Welcome to Boy Time Podcast. We're gonna get litty time, yeah. Oh, it's your Boy Time Podcast. Coming in with the slam dunk of a theme song.
Hey, it's me, MSNBC, back at it again with another episode of the Boy Time Podcast. And as always, I'm joined by Babby and Paul. Well, we got another slam dunk episode of the podcast for you guys today. We don't have as much news as we did last time, because I think like last time we filled up
That was
like half
all
an hour
news,
with epically gaming news. I don't have that much. I have a little bit, but not as much as I did last time because Gamescom is over and things are going to start slowing down news-wise for the summer, and we're going to start getting into the release quarter coming up here soon. So
Yeah.
probably won't have news for a little bit, except oh, this game came out. So there we go.
Yeah.
But that being said, there was a little bit of news drop today.
Yes.
That being the Super Mario All-Stars 3D. I think that's what they're calling it.
Yeah, I think so.
3D now? Wow.
So 3D, because the original Super Mario All-Stars was Super Mario 1, 2, 3, and then the Lost Levels, which is Super Mario 2 in Japan. But I think it's the 35th anniversary of the original Super Mario Brothers on the NES. So they're doing a big anniversary thing this year.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're doing the 3D All-Stars, which is Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy all in one package, and it's coming out in like 2 weeks. Because that's what Nintendo does.
Yep.
A lot of people were mad.
Yeah,
I'd say rightfully
I would say
so.
rightfully.
They're doing a limited release. So it's like you can only get the game from September until March.
Yeah.
I don't know why they're doing that.
Doesn't make any sense.
No. Plus, they didn't add Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Dumb game.
That's like the best one.
I think it's better than Super Mario Galaxy, but don't at me.
Might be a hot take, I don't know.
I don't know.
I only played the first one.
I think that's like pretty popular that it's
Probably.
like Super Mario 2 or Super Mario Galaxy 2 takes all the stuff from Galaxy and like kind of just like makes it better.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm excited. I've never played Sunshine before, and I'm very excited to get to play it. And this might be the second physical release I get this year because
Because you can't get it anywhere.
yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. Like if I get it digitally, I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm assuming they're
just
not gonna
delete it.
take it off your system
I would doubt it.
But,
That'd be
like,
stupid.
or take it off your account or
That's what I
whatever,
thought,
but,
like when I first saw it. It's like, wait, do you only get to play the game until that time and then like goes away forever? Or
yeah, I don't know. They aren't clear about it anywhere, not on the website or anything. So I'm gonna get a
That's
physical copy because they can't delete that.
True.
But I don't know. I saw some guy posted like, "Oh, are you curious about why they're doing a limited release? Watch this video I made about the Disney Vault." I'm like, "Okay, I'll watch that." And then the video was 27 minutes long, and I was like, "I probably should watch this, but I'd rather not right now." So I'll
Yeah.
watch it later, but like, yeah, I don't know why they would do that. I also don't know why the Disney Vault exists, so I want to watch Sound of the South so bad, but I can't. And that was a joke. Laugh.
I added a laugh track to me.
Oh, okay.
That's why I
Good.
didn't talk. I was just gonna add a laugh track.
Oh, and then and then as they were laughing, I'm like, "This is funny." Laugh.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like the sign guy from Shrek.
Yeah.
Applause. Yeah.
My favorite character of the entire Shrek series.
The
The story would
sign
be
guy.
nothing without him.
Yeah.
Would he
Oh, man.
exist?
Well, what have you guys been doing this week aside from getting super excited for the Super Mario All-Stars 3D.
That's all I've been excited for.
I know. I've just been thinking about it all day, every day.
Every day.
Every
I mean, you
day.
did talk about it last week, so you could have been thinking about it every day.
I did talk about it, but that was just when it was rumored, and then they were just like,
And then it actually happened,
happened.
I guess you could say you're just ahead of the curve.
I honestly didn't think it was going to happen because, I don't know. I didn't think Nintendo would do that, or if they did, I didn't think that they were going to take it away after 6 months.
Yeah.
But
I don't think anybody could
I
have
don't-
expected that though. So
I don't think that's ever happened. Like a game comes out
game's
for
really
like 6
dumb.
months. I don't know. But they also, let's see, I do need to bring this up because this is another kind of bad thing that Nintendo's doing recently. So they added Pikmin 3 to the Switch, which add more games from the Wii U to the Switch. Nobody had a Wii U and they had good games on it. So add them to the Switch already, Nintendo. So they're starting to do that with Pikmin, and then now they're doing Super Mario 3D World, which is not part of the pack. So you can keep that one forever if you want. But they're removing the games that they're adding to the Switch from the Wii U store. So I don't know why they're doing that. I don't know what Nintendo's up to.
They're always very confusing.
They are.
So
I don't get it. I don't get it, but you know, I think Nintendo is one of those companies where it's like the business side of the company is really bad, but like the actual development side of the company is really good. So it makes me very conflicted on my opinion of the company.
it's just there.
Yeah. Because it's like, do you think that the Mario development team is the one who wanted to make a Wii? Probably not. It was just all
Maybe
the
not.
suits. I had to take a sip from my appy juice.
Happy juice.
I keep seeing this debate of which is better, apple juice or orange juice.
It depends. Actually,
Depends on what.
I'd say apple juice like
I don't usually drink
90% of the time. Like if you get like that good apple juice, not like the
that good apple juice.
that good, then like it's unbeatable.
That's true.
But like fresh squeezed orange juice is also pretty good.
It's true. I like orange juice as like a mixer and things. So if I have like was I already talking to you guys about this, or it's just like I don't think you can mix any like two fruit juices together and have it be bad, save for like you could be like guava or like dragon fruit, and it's like get those. I mean like actual fruit, not like the technicality. It's like a cucumber juice. Get that out of here.
Cucumber juice is still good with fruit though.
I know. I'm just trying.
So point still stands.
Okay, I like cucumber water. I don't think I've ever had cucumber
water is pretty good.
It's pretty good, everybody. Give it a try. But yeah, I like adding orange juice to like that's actually what I'm going to do with this apple juice. I have like half of my bottle left, and then I have like an orange juice in my mini fridge in my room, and so then I'll like fill it up and then put it in my fridge overnight. And then I'll have a nice fruit cocktail so that I can sip on the rest of the day the next day. So, you know, you just got to treat yourself.
The little things in life.
It's the little things for sure. Yeah. I got to tell you though, as much of those little things I have, yesterday was pretty dang rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the real segment of the podcast where things are going to get a little bit real.
Yeah, we're 9 minutes in and it's getting real already.
It's getting real, okay? We already talked about Super Mario All-Stars.
Exactly.
Wait, is there anything else that we should talk about before it gets real?
I have nothing to talk about, so I might think of stuff as we go, but as of now, no.
Okay.
I too.
Robert Pattinson got COVID, so they had to pause production on the Batman.
Oh yeah, I just saw that.
So, I mean, that sucks. I don't think Robert Pattinson is going to die.
No.
There's a
Who knows?
healthy
I
weight.
might be
Nothing
wrong.
too bad with him. He should be fine.
I mean, he's been like beefing up and like
Robert
staying in
Pattinson's
shape
probably
for
the hottest
Batman.
man alive, so I
If
don't
he's
think he can
staying in
die.
shape, then he probably has the best chance you can get of surviving.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't think
he'd
he's
have to
gonna
feel like horribly wrong.
die. And he can pay for like to steal a ventilator off of like a
Exactly.
homeless person who got it, so it's
Yeah.
like it'll be fine. That was a joke. Don't do that, Robert Pattinson.
Please don't do that.
Don't do that.
The Batman would become the Joker.
Yeah.
He would have become what you swore to destroy.
Oh, that would suck. But yeah, he got sick. Someone else. Oh, The Rock.
The
and
Rock, his whole
got it.
family got sick.
Oh.
Yeah. I think that's all the people that got sick. That's news today
Yeah.
of the day that we're recording this, September 3rd.
I thought you were making a joke about the date, and then I actually looked, and it's actually September 3rd.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Wouldn't know.
So.
Real time over.
That wasn't real time.
Oh.
That was just finish up the news before real time.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's real time.
Real time.
We can do real time. So
Content.
let's see. Yesterday. Oh, okay.
Yesterday.
So yesterday is my day that like I don't do anything. I don't have any classes. And that would usually be the day that I do like my geography lab, but whoopsie daisy. Due to unforeseen events, I was a week ahead. Okay, actually I should probably tell that story because it's pretty funny. So I have this geography lab, and the way that we have to turn it in is we have to print out this like lab manual and then turn it into like this hallway in a building that I've never been to, but there's just like a box under a world map, and it's like physical geography lab, turn stuff in. So I turned it in on the first week, and then on the second week, I pull up with the next week's or whatever, like the second week's lab manual. And then I roll up and I see in the box, people are turning in last week's lab. I'm like, oh, they must be behind. And so I look at the syllabus and it was like, oh, yeah, the first week is just for introductions. You don't have to do anything. I'm like, oh, no. Well, then they probably didn't get it because I turned it into like some random box. And now there's like 5 boxes here. So then I had to print it off at the library and I had to do it again. That was actually why I was last week when I recorded the podcast, I actually got here a little bit early, printed off that lab report, and then filled it out, recorded the podcast, and then went to the building on my way home to turn it in. But yeah, I got an email, I think it was yesterday, from the TA, and they're like, hey, I got 2 submissions for this lab report. They're both good though, so just remember to pick both of them up. But they both got 10 out of 10, so it doesn't even matter. Like, okay, epic.
You got 10 out of 10. Now you can choose an assignment later on what you want 100% on.
I don't think it works like that. I think I just got a 10
Probably
out of 10.
not, no.
So I was like, okay, cool. Well, then I'll just save this week 2 lab and I'll just turn that in. So earlier today, I actually turned it in because epic. But Wednesday is usually the day that I do that. And I didn't have that to do since I was a week ahead. So I didn't have anything to do really. There was no classes, no Zooms, no anything.
Zoom.
And so I noticed that we were out of toilet paper and I'm like, okay, well, I'll go pick it up. I don't have anything else to do. And while I'm out, I'll go check out the high school that I'm going to be going to. I'm not going to say the name of the high school on the podcast because I think that would be a bad idea.
Otherwise, you might meet someone you don't want to meet.
Exactly. But I'm working at a high school. For those who don't know, I'm going to be like kind of like student teaching. for like I have to get 30 hours done before the end of the semester, but I'll probably get it done in like 3 weeks because we're gonna go hard. But yeah, so I drove by there just so I could see the high school and get like, okay, so this is the main entrance. This is where the visitor parking is. Kind of just map out my thing before next Wednesday, which is my first day. And so,
Child
yeah, that that high school is kind of in the middle of the downtown area of like not the city I go to school in, so it's like a 15-minute drive, but yeah, it's kinda in like a rural area, not rural, urban area. So like driving in the streets is suck. And so I hate driving in the streets. So I was already in a bad mood. And so then I had to drive to Target and I picked up some toilet paper and some juice for the
Hooray.
aforementioned juice cocktail for the little things. And yeah, then I made my way home. And let's keep in mind that right now, not right now, but yesterday it was really hot. I don't know if it was really hot for you guys, but it was really hot
Nope.
here.
I wasn't outside yesterday, so I
Okay.
wouldn't know.
Well, the day before was
But
like
it's been hot
67.
recently, yeah.
Yeah, the day before was 67,
Well,
and
yeah, there
then
was that day.
yesterday was, like 89, and then today it's back to 67, and then it's just gonna keep
Holy
going up and down. So, like, yesterday I had to wear, like, my shorts and a t-shirt, and already I hate wearing shorts and a t-shirt because, like, my self-confidence just goes, like,
showing
through
too
the
much
floor.
skin.
Yeah, I hate showing too much skin. So and so, like, that was the thing is that I was, like, juxtaposed from, like, Tuesday, like, I was wearing, like, this red flannel and my Epic Smooth Santana shirt and some jeans and my cool Vans, and I was like, "Damn, I look fly. I look super epic." And then, the next day going to, like, black cargo shorts and a Macho Man t-shirt, and I'm like, "I look like an idiot, dumb idiot." And so, yeah, I went shopping and I came back home and let's see, I watched Blind Spotting, which really it's a good movie. I didn't really know anything about it, but it really depressed me because it was about it's about like it's from two lifelong friends who grew up in Oakland and it's like basically it illustrates the differences because one's white and one's black. So it's like yeah, right now, it was, like, a good movie to watch just in general. Not really a good movie to watch when I was already kinda sad. So, yeah, and so I watched that and I finished it, and then I went out to, dinner. And my dining hall, it's about, like, a 5-minute walk away. But, see, this is the thing that I hate about it, is that I have to cross the street, which gets my anxiety all up because I hate it because the crosswalks, it's like
It's
not
like one
on
of
a
those where
stop
the
sign.
crosswalks are like, yeah, in the middle of the road.
They're in the middle of the road. So
Yeah.
it's like, do I stop and wait for these people? But then like sometimes they stop and then they have to like wave me along and I feel like a dumb idiot because it's like, oh, I should have just went because now they're gonna have to wait for me and then they're gonna have to watch me walk across the street until I get
Gotta
over.
watch to
Got a
walk across
Naruto
the
run
street
across
now.
it.
No, I already hate myself in that moment, so I'm not gonna do that. Uh, but yeah, I crossed the street, and then once I cross the street, I go down the stairs, and there's, like, stairs. It's stairs, and then they go down into, like, this giant parking lot. Because my dining hall, it's like there's 2 giant towers in my campus. Don't laugh, but there's 2 giant towers, and then they, like, connect in the middle, and then where they connect, there's, like, another building, and that building is the dining center. So, the people who live there can kinda go on the skywalks and then walk over to the dining center if they want to, or they don't. I don't know how it works, I don't live there. But I have to walk through this parking lot and see, I could walk, like, through the parking lot, like, where people would drive, but they also have, like, a sidewalk that, kinda leads from where the stairs are. And, the sidewalk is kinda narrow, and I don't like walking next to people because I don't See, this is kind of like really telling of like what goes through my mind, but I just like hate like walking next to people because it gets my anxiety all up. Like,
I hate walking
already
behind
they're
people because I
thinking
feel like
about,
I'm being creepy.
dude, I was doing
But
that
I
earlier today.
but I also walk faster than everybody, and I'm like tower over everybody, so it's like a really bad situation at all times.
Just
Okay,
don't
I'm
walk.
the opposite. I walk really slow.
Oh, okay.
My mentality is I think it's from Lord of the Rings, but I heard this quote when we were watching it with the time that we watched it together, and it's like the tree people, and they're like, "Why are you walking so slow?" And he's like, "Anywhere anywhere that's worth going is worth getting to slowly." I was like, "That's true." And I always walk slow anyways, but it's just an excuse that I can tell people if they ever bring it
Ah,
up. But yeah, I walk super slow, so, like, I'm usually walking behind people, which is fine if it's a dude, but I'm always a little bit nervous if it's a girl that I'm walking
exactly.
behind. Yeah, I don't like it. But, yeah, I don't know. You have to walk through this narrow sidewalk, whatever, you have to walk next to people,
Mhm.
especially, like, I think it's, like, right now. I don't think I would have such a big problem if it was normally, but, like, sometimes people aren't wearing masks and stuff, and it's like, I gotta
Oh,
go
I
to a
always have
high
that issue,
school.
but
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, since it's outside, it shouldn't be too bad, but I'm always
no.
just a little bit more nervous
Yeah.
because it's like I was super nervous because the day okay, this could also be telling because I did not get a lot of sleep on Tuesday night going into Wednesday. Because okay, this is my one time that I can, like, bitch about my roommate a little bit. I'm not gonna do it for a
In the
super long
library.
time.
Yeah, put a
Just because
language warning.
oh,
We're a
it's a
PG-13
verb. I
podcast. We
wasn't
don't have to censor
we're
that.
PG-13, it's fine.
Yeah.
Uh Let me think. Okay, yeah. I don't have a lot of grievances with the guy. He's nice enough. We're on friendly terms. He isn't like horrible. He seems to be pretty considerate in most of the things he does. But his alarm is "Wake Me Up" by Avicii, and I already didn't like that song. And okay, I don't know how I fell into this situation twice, but when I was in Savannah, my roommate was the heaviest sleeper alive. He had his alarm was just like the default iPhone one. The da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da,
I know
da-da-da.
Yeah, that's supposed to be annoying. It's like, yeah.
I know, but he would sleep through it like 5 times
Oh
until you
god.
would finally wake up.
What Bab Jab does.
I don't get it. I'm the lightest sleeper.
Like
I think
I could hear Bab Jab's alarm in my room, usually. And like
ugh,
he still doesn't wake up.
I don't know how people I wish I was like that.
Yeah, I
I
wish.
I am not at
I,
all.
s- I sleep so lightly I wake up before the alarm.
Yeah, I do that
Yeah,
too
I
usually.
do that too. So I hate going to bed with an alarm because I'm always nervous that I'm gonna miss it. But it's like there's no way I'm gonna miss it because I'm gonna hear it like the second it goes off, and then I'm
It's
gonna
like
like
every
quickly
school
reach
day I
over.
had this week. I woke up before the alarm and got out of bed right away. And the one day I
Mhm.
didn't have class, but I set an alarm, I hit snooze like 7 times. So it's like when I have
Oh,
something to do, I'm like on it. But if I have to get out of bed just so I keep a good sleep schedule, goes out the window.
Nah, thanks. I'd rather sleep than get a good schedule.
Exactly.
well.
I have no self-control.
Ugh. Yeah, I hear people tell stories like that all the time, and it's just like I don't know how people like are so like wired different
Yeah,
because
it's weird.
like as soon as I hear anything, I'm up.
Mhm.
And listen, okay, this is not my roommate's fault.
So listen to
It's absolutely not my roommate's fault. I mean, I need to stress this like 700 times because it's not his fault. He works
God,
mornings. He works early mornings at a
Yeah,
grocery store as soon as like the trucks come in. So like at 4 or 5
those are the
until
best
9.
shifts.
I don't know. I never worked that
No, they're
early.
awful.
So okay. Well, I would imagine that they were because you wouldn't have anything to do aside from like unload trucks and stuff because there's
Mhm.
no customers coming in. Uh,
good point. Good point.
but yeah, he works super early. So he has Avicii going off like at let's see, if he has to be there at like 5, then he gets up at like 4 because it's half an hour's to get there. So he plays Avicii and his alarm volume is all the way up. And sometimes he hits snooze. So sometimes I'm hearing Avicii going off like 3 times before he finally gets up. And then our door going in, like when you close it, the like part that like latches the door when you like close the handle, it
Yeah.
doesn't go in all the way. And so I can hear it close and it wakes me up because it's loud. And then how my bed is positioned, I'm like, so like the door is in like a corner, and then I'm on the opposite corner of the room. And as soon as he opens it up, the automatic lights in the hallway turn on, and then those lights wake me up. So it's like, even if I somehow sleep through the Avicii, and somehow I sleep through the loud door closing and opening, I'm gonna get woken up because the light is super bright and it's shining directly in my face, because that's just how it is.
Just how
Uh,
it do.
it's just how it is. So yeah, suffice it to say, he got up. It was an early shift, and he got up at 4, and then he was rustling around for like half an hour, and then he left to go to work. And yeah, I couldn't go back to bed. So I'm like, ah, no. So I took another melatonin. And then I just laid in bed for another hour and I still couldn't go to bed, even with the sleepy time medicine, which I thought was surprising.
Dun dun.
Guess sleepy
So
time medicine when it's morning.
I know.
How long could you have left to sleep?
You gotta make do sometimes.
Well, it was Wednesday, so I could have theoretically slept in all day and it wouldn't have
I guess,
mattered.
yeah.
But yeah, I got up at 4. So I got like 6 hours of sleep. So that probably didn't help my self-confidence at all. So we're gonna jump back to the original story of so I get to the sidewalk. You get to the sidewalk. And you keep going. And once you go in the dining center, you have to like scan your ID. And there's someone working there who's like, I think they're like keeping track of capacity, so they can try to keep it at lower capacity, but there's nobody like marking you when you leave. So I don't know what they're doing there. And usually I can walk by and they don't say anything. And I feel like I need to stress this so much during this story, but it's not their fault. But I just can't hear anybody when just in general.
True.
But like I can't hear anybody with the masks. I'm all for masks. I think that people should wear them all the time. Not all the time, but like whenever you're out or whatever. Just be
When you're
logical
sleeping, you
about it.
need a mask.
But I just have a really hard time hearing anybody, and I usually read lips if I'm with people. So having a mask over the lips does not help.
Reading lips. What is this sorcery?
Yep. And so I usually can get past that person, and they don't say anything. They just like, the lady today was actually drawing something, and I was like, okay, that's something. But for some reason on Wednesday, she decided to say, thanks, have a good one. And I could not hear anything. And I was just like, what? And she was just like, and I always hate this is like my my most hated situation ever, because it makes me
When
feel
you say
like a
what more than
dillhole.
once, yeah.
When you say what more than
Yeah.
once, because I can't hear anybody. It's like my biggest fear is like not being able to hear anybody, and it happens all the time. And so she was like, I just said thanks. I'm like, okay, thanks. And then I just like kind of walked off. But
So rude.
yeah, but I don't know. I just really, it was just really rough. And then I just sat down by myself. I've been watching this Chris Chan documentary.
Christian.
It's really interesting, but it's also really sad because it's like, you guys know of the clip of like the 13-year-old boy who pretended to be his girlfriend And he's like, you fell in love with a 13-year-old boy. This whole time you've been talking to a 13-year-old boy. We had like cyber sex one time, and I'm going to report you to the feds for being a pedophile. Like, it's so rough. Like everything. Ugh. It makes me feel so bad for him, but also he's probably the most homophobic person ever. So it also isn't super.
Yeah.
Both sides are wrong, but that's what I've been watching. So I just sat alone and watched some Chris Chan documentary, and then as I was walking home, I listen, okay. I don't know why I I was thinking this, but for some reason, specifically, yesterday, there's like these set of steps that you have to get from the dining center to go back into the parking lot because it's even lower than the parking lot is. So you have to go up 2 sets of steps to go back up to the parking lot, then you walk across the dreaded sidewalk, and then you go up another set of steps to get across the street and then back to my dorm room. So it's probably like the worst place ever for me because L listen, I know I've said that already,
Listen,
but
Connor.
just in case you weren't, I was just, like, walking up the steps, and for some reason, I just felt like everybody in, like, the dorm rooms behind me, because 'cause they're 2 giant towers, they were just, like, looking at me and, like, judging me because I looked like a dumb idiot nerd because it was hot outside and I was going up the steps, and I was sweaty because it was hot outside, and I was just like, "Everybody's looking at you, and you look like a dumb idiot." And
Just wearing
yeah,
shorts.
because this dude was wearing
He was wearing
shorts because
shorts
it
when
was
it's 85
89.
degrees outside.
I know. Uh, so yeah, and then it was really rough, and then I finally made it home, and then when I got there, I got a Snapchat from Babby saying that we weren't going to be watching Avatar
You
that
ruined his
night,
day, baby. You
and
ruined
so
it.
no,
It
it
was
isn't
ruined to
Babby's
start with.
fault. It was already bad, but yeah, it I don't know. I feel like I should probably go see someone because of how much, like, that situation in particular does just, like, because the whole time I'm walking through that sidewalk, I'm just, like, just slinging insults at myself, and it's just like, "Everybody knows you're a dumb idiot, baby brain bozo." And it's just the worst, and it makes me not wanna go eat, and so it's like, well, that's not good because I need to have sustenance.
Just go to McDonald's or something.
Yeah, but that would require me going to the parking lot, so it's not a win-win. It's
Yeah.
a
Lose.
nah, it's a lose. I'll just starve.
Swan lose.
I'll just it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, it was rough. I think what happened? What did I do last night? I think I just watched or listened to the Chris Chan documentary, and I think I just played some Minesweeper. I've been playing that the past couple days just
Heck
because it's
yeah.
like, remember why this was epic?
Nope.
I'm not as fast as I used to be because I think my record was 89 seconds, and I think
You just have to
the
check
one
your
I got
Steam bio.
today, huh?
You have to check your Steam bio and see.
I
Yeah.
think it's 89.
I think it is.
I had to close Steam because it's gonna kill my battery on my laptop. Okay.
Yeah.
It was 89. The one I got today was 130, which isn't bad. And I think if I was a lesser man, I could just say my middle mouse button takes a little bit. It's a little bit harder to
Yeah.
press. So if I was a lesser man, I could just be like, "Oh, it's because the mouse is slow or whatever." But I'm rusty. Uh, but the mouse doesn't help because I remember like as soon as I got that mouse, it killed me by like 20 seconds. So
Yeah,
it's
that'll
not all
happen.
my fault, but some of it is.
People always say the equipment doesn't matter, but it kind of does.
Maybe not for the most part, but specifically when I need the middle mouse button to
Exactly.
click, and it is a little bit more resistant to that. Also, Wednesday I bought some dry roasted peanuts
Nice.
So I don't like peanuts, or I wouldn't say I don't like nuts in general. They're not usually my go-to, I'd say. Because there's squirrels all around campus, and I'm like, "Oh, that's nice. I could just like huck some peanuts at squirrels, not like
Just
nail them
kill
or
'em.
anything. Just like toss them in the general direction." Because here's a hint for all the squirrel fans out there: you don't want to feed them directly from your hands, because then that gets rid of their natural fear of humans, and then like some like deranged psychopath could just like step on a squirrel because they're a psychopath. So I was just gonna like get some peanuts, and I was gonna like sprinkle them around the trees. And then as soon as I bought them, I looked it up, and they're like, "Don't feed squirrels dry roasted peanuts. They have high levels of sodium, and
It's
you could
true.
like." It is true, but they had salted peanuts, and then they had dry roasted peanuts, and I figured that dry roasted meant that they were unsalted, but it doesn't.
No.
It just means they're salted.
Dry
along with
roast
people.
is like more spices even.
It's more spices.
Yeah. Dry roast peanuts are really good.
I got a whole packet. Do you want them?
Yep.
Just mail
Send them over.
Okay.
Send me the nuts.
Okay, well, that concludes real talk.
Epic.
I don't have anything else.
Nice.
Tomorrow I'm gonna be going to Pulp Fiction.
Hooray.
I already saw Pulp Fiction this year, even like earlier this year before it went crazy. I think I saw it in February in theaters.
Mhm.
But I go to a film appreciation club, and
Gotta appreciate
you
the
can't
film.
have a film appreciation club without showing Pulp Fiction.
It's true.
It's a law.
Listen, guys, it's a good movie, but is it that good? Is it?
I
It is
mean,
the
like,
pinnacle of movies.
I watched it once, and I feel like it's way too long to be like one of those movies that's just like you watch over and over again, even though it is pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, this will be my 4th time seeing it.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
don't
it's
need to see it
pretty
that
good.
much.
It's like I don't even know if I want to say it's overrated. It's just like one of those movies that's just like a staple.
Yeah. It's definitely like one of those things where it's like, oh, you are interested in film? Here
You
are
must have
100
seen Pulp
movies that you
Fiction.
need to see.
Yeah.
And Pulp Fiction is always number 1.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong, it's a good movie. Just cut out the Bruce Willis part. I don't know. So many people are a fan of that part. And it's like, I get it. Zed's dead, baby. It's like one of the quotable moments from that movie. But I don't know. It's like the whole movie is about John Travolta, and then it takes like an hour away just so we can see Bruce Willis be a boxer,
Mm-hmm.
and then go into a sex dungeon. And it's like I don't care. Get back to John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson. He's the best character in this movie, and he's in like half of it.
Then he just, spoiler alert, immediately dies.
John Travolta?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people say it's the best like movie ever. I don't think that's true at all. It's definitely not the best Tarantino movie even. That's Reservoir Dogs or Django
I
Unchained.
like Django.
Educate yourself.
I watch all the Tarantino movies.
I have.
Exactly.
I've even seen Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown. That one's pretty
That's
popular
probably-
too, actually.
I don't know. I think it's probably one of the worst ones. And that's not to say it's a bad movie, because it's actually pretty good, but it's like the
Tarantino
worst
standards.
Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like Donkey and his Super Mario 3D World review, where it's like, compared to everything else, it's pretty good, but compared to everything else that they've done, yeah, it doesn't stand a chance. Although it does have it has that guy from Breaking Bad, that the vacuum cleaner guy who like gives you a different identity.
Mm-hmm.
That guy is in Jackie Brown, and he has like a significant part in it.
Heck yeah.
And Samuel L. Jackson is in it.
Of course.
Like what? Nobody like. I get that like he's in every Tarantino movie,
Yeah.
but he has like bigger parts in some, and then others. Like actually, he isn't in all of them. I don't think he's in Reservoir Dogs, but he's in like most of them.
He wasn't
Even
in
if
Once
it's
Upon
like
a
a
Time in
cameo.
Hollywood. I don't think.
He was.
Was he?
Yeah, he had the same role that he did in like Kill Bill, pretty much, where he was just like in like one shot.
Oh.
Remember the scene in Once Upon a Time where, oh, I mean, obviously you remember this scene. It's the right before he like blows up on himself in his trailer, the part where he's acting and he's like in the saloon with
Yeah.
the other cowboy.
Oh yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson is in that.
Okay, yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah. He's in that. And I think in Kill Bill, isn't he just like some guy on the bride's like flashback wedding?
I think
He's
so.
just like on the porch
Yeah.
or something. No, he's the pastor, isn't he? I'm getting it all mixed up. I haven't seen Kill Bill.
It's been like 2 years since I've seen Kill Bill.
Yeah. I mean, I'm kind of glad that we watched that one first because looking back on it, it's like, what was Tarantino thinking? Like that was like such a hard deviation than what he was doing. Yeah.
Can't keep him in no box.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that he did it. It's just like so not Tarantino. But also it is.
It's like very Tarantino, but in a different way.
Tarantino fans, like diehard Tarantino fans, they say that's like his worst one. Or that's the one that is like the least liked. Because it's so different.
Huh.
They liked it or disliked it more than they disliked Sin City even. I haven't seen. Okay, actually, I haven't seen them all because I think Sin City is actually one that counts. Because if you go on Tarantino's IMDb, there are some that count and some that don't, and I don't know which ones do or don't. So I'm sorry, Tarantino. I might not have seen them all, but according to him, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is his 9th movie, and if you go on his IMDb, he's directed like 22.
Oh.
So I don't know. I don't know which ones count and which ones don't.
I'm just gonna count by the way he names it as the 9th Tarantino movie. Like
yeah,
when he
usually
says
on
it's
the
a
poster,
Tarantino
he'll
film,
say,
like then I'm counting it.
Yeah. Let me see, because I think. Oh, okay. I don't think Sin City counts. It's directed by Robert Rodriguez and Frank Miller. I think he just wrote it. Okay. I've seen them all.
I guess writing credits is different than directing, so.
Yeah. I've seen every single one then. I just thought the Sin City counted.
Not today.
I don't remember what we were talking about. Oh, I was going to go see Pulp Fiction.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I've been extremely unlucky in my well, not unlucky, just not very good at picking spots. Because the whole reason I'm going there is because I need to meet some people because I don't have anybody here that's like a friend or anything. My roommate is there, but we don't do anything. He just comes and goes, and I come and go, and then they're just like, "Hey, what are you doing?" "Oh, I'm doing homework. I'm gonna go now. Bye bye." So I don't know. We're friendly. So I was like, "Hey, there's a film appreciation club. I like film and I appreciate it. I should go." And they were showing Mad Max Fury Road. I haven't seen that movie yet. Wouldn't that be a good idea to go see it?
That's one of the best movies ever made.
It was actually really dang good.
Oh.
It is by George Miller, the guy who made the Happy Feet movies, and
okay.
also the other Mad Max movies. I think it's more funny to introduce him like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he made the Happy Feet movies, and then he was like, "Okay, I'm gonna go back and make the new Mad Max movie." So that's what he did, and it was pretty good. But the first time, yeah, this will be my third week. This is my third week of going. On the first week, they were showing Mad Max Fury Road, and I was the first one there. And I was like, okay, epic. I'll just get a spot right in the middle and I'll be able to talk to anybody that sits next to me. And nobody sat in my entire row. And so
Nice,
that was
man.
pretty epic.
Were you wearing shorts that day?
I was wearing shorts that
That's
day.
it.
Thank you. Thank you for corroborating my anxiety.
Paul really helps.
But yeah, I was wearing shorts that day, so take it with a grain of salt even. And so the next week I was like, okay, I'll get there like 5 minutes later and I'll sit next to someone. So then like we could strike up conversation before the movie starts. And so that week was Ferris Bueller's Day Off. And so immediately I was like, okay, no, like quote unquote like basic people are gonna
Basic,
be here
yeah.
because that's not like Mad
Not a
Max
film
Fury
nerd.
Road.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ferris Bueller, like everybody's seen Ferris
Yeah.
Bueller. Paul's even seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I
So
can't remember, but that's with most movies. So
well, it's good. I mean, I'm glad that he showed it because it's just one guy that's running the club. So I'm glad that he showed it because it's pretty good. But yeah, I was like, okay, I'll get there 5 minutes later and then I'll sit next to someone and we'll strike up conversation. So I got there 5 minutes later and I see someone and I'm like, okay, I'll sit down next to them and we will talk. And so I sat down and then that person's girlfriend walked next to them and then sat next to them, which technically is illegal because you're supposed to be sitting 2 seats apart. But
True.
they sat next to them and then they were pretty much just cuddling up the whole movie. So I was like, I'm 0 for 3 right now.
yeah, blocked my man.
So I don't know what I'm gonna do. There was this chick in that sat in front of me. I saw on her backpack she sewed on this like it was a Garfield patch.
Heck
And
yeah.
it was you know that the first Garfield strip where John is like, where did I put my cigar? Garfield. And then it's a picture of Garfield smoking a cigar.
Yeah.
She had that picture of Garfield smoking a cigar on
yeah.
her
Nice.
backpack. And I was gonna say, hey, I really like your Garfield patch. And then as soon as she sat down, the lights dimmed and then the guy started talking. And so I couldn't say it because I didn't want to interrupt him. And then as the movie went on, I kept thinking like, okay, as soon as the movie ends, I'm going to say, I like your Garfield patch as soon as the movie's over. And then as soon as the movie ended, she got up, wiped her seat down and then left. But I watched the credits because there was an after credit scene and
Yeah.
God
I
dang,
was
you're not wanting to watch after credits.
well. Listen, okay, Ferris Bueller is one of those movies where the credits are rolling and there's like a mini player, like a little clip that happens after the
Yeah.
scenes of the movie, and it's the principal getting on the school bus. Because well, you're gonna have to watch the movie and find out. I'm not gonna spoil the movie, even though it's 40 years old.
I probably won't ever watch it, but
Yeah, but he has to get on a school bus and he's like, his clothes are all tattered and stuff. And he's like, yeah, I don't want to ride on a school bus. So he has to sit with all the students that, he's the like CEO guy of. And then, like I don't know if Ferris Bueller was the first after credit scene, but it sure was like the most popular one. Because after the credits are done, he walks out and he's like, what are you doing? The movie's over. You can go. You can leave. Okay, see ya. I can't remember what it is. It has like a memorable line attached to it. But it's something like you can leave the theater now to popcorn, watch out. You can step on the sticky floor or something. So I was gonna watch that. And then I was gonna be like, hey, I like her Garfield patch, but then she left. And then the couple next to me left, and so I was all by myself. And then I just walked out and went home, and then we watched some Avatar.
Heck yeah.
I'm really struggling over here, guys. I don't know.
I never make friends when I try to make friends. Kind of happens. Which really sucks because I like want to be in control and I'm just not. Like first day of college, I wore a Shroud shirt to school and I met like 4 people. And I wasn't even trying. I'm like, yeah, I'll just wear this shirt today, and then all of a sudden I just met
I
everybody.
wish it was that easy.
That's like the only time that's happened to me. It's like, oh, okay.
Hey there, everybody.
Although I guess it was the first day of college, and a lot of people first day of college, so I guess they were trying really hard, and I wasn't trying at all, so it worked.
There you go.
I got lucky.
Did they all actually talk to you because of the shroud shirt?
Yeah,
Nice.
it's a good conversation starter because it's not like it's a common thing.
Yeah.
But like I met like 3 people in one class, and then I met another boy in like my written communications class or something,
Boy.
and then I never saw him after that semester. He's like he's an IT guy, so he's in that different building. So I was like, ooh, Ripperino.
See you later, guy.
Yeah, and then I sped fast my other friends in the degree progress because I took 18 credits. So they were in their second year of school, and I was in my first, and I was like a semester and a half ahead of them.
Yeesh.
Because one of my friends, she was paying for college out of her pocket, so she didn't go into debt, so she had to like really go slow.
Oh.
Like she should be done by now, but she's got to take it slow so she doesn't get debt.
That's a good idea.
Just kind of like, yeah, I mean, you're ready to move on at this point, but if you want to do it that way, it's probably smart.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's cool. But
yeah,
every time I try to make friends, it doesn't work. So I just like don't try and don't worry about it.
Yeah, here's the thing though. It's a pandemic right now. I can't just like not try and then like, oh, it just happens. Because I have one in-person class, and that in-person class, everybody has to wear a mask and sit like 2 seats apart from each other. So it's not super easy to
Yeah, I
talk
feel like
to
it'd be
each
super
other.
difficult.
Yeah, you're just not in a situation, honestly, to make friends because of all
I
that.
know. It just sucks.
It sucks.
I just have to eat by myself all the
hit up like
time.
Tinder or something.
Welcome to my life.
Go
Actually,
to
that was my whole
there's
senior year of
probably
high school, so
There's probably some Reddit, like subreddit, to like meet nearby people.
Probably.
Oh.
I don't know. I thought about like getting on some like site, but it's like I don't want to.
Farmerism.
I don't
I
like
wanna get
talking
on-
about myself and posting things about myself.
Yeah,
It makes me feel
I
weird.
don't like it. I don't know. I'm
Maybe we'll put
fine.
gamer.
I'll put gamer.
It's like
Caution.
I'm a very self-sufficient person, but I'm
Caution
also
of a
super
gamer.
lonely, but I'm fine being super lonely. But at the same time, I want to talk to people and interact with people.
Yep, I'm the same.
So
it's like I'm like one of the most introverted people I know, but also I need to like talk to people a lot.
exactly.
It's like I don't know how that works.
I don't know how it works, but it just happens. Like when I'm at a party, I want to be at home, and when I'm at home, I want to be at a party.
I just don't want to be a party.
I don't want to be at a party.
True.
Are you going to parties?
I don't
No.
know what,
Okay.
No, I'm not Grant over here.
Well, you just said you were at a party, so I don't know.
It was a hypothetical.
Okay, I feel you.
Yeah, he's never been to an actual.
I've been to actual parties, just not in the past few
Okay,
years.
you're already better than me.
Yeah, I'm not
The
interested.
party was like a birthday party like 8 years ago.
Hooray!
There you go. I don't know. Our boy get-togethers are like that's enough.
A party.
That's
or
enough,
those,
yeah.
Like,
It's a
I
party.
don't consider those like a party. It's just like a friend get together.
No,
like
it's
a party
not.
is like, yeah.
Well,
lot of
parties
people.
are stupid, but
Yeah, I don't. That's not how I like talk to people. Like
Yeah.
generally,
I can't make
I
small
like-
talk, so
yeah, I can't make small talk, and I have a really hard time like jumping into conversations when
yeah.
it's more than just to one other person.
Mhm.
I can like thrive in a one-on-one conversation
Yeah.
and like keep it going for hours. But as soon as it's like 4 people or 5 people, I won't say anything the entire time.
Mhm.
Because it's like, what if I say something and then as soon as I say something, someone else starts to say something, and then we have that
Yeah,
awkward moment where it's like, oh,
pretty much.
no, you go first. So I'm just gonna avoid that and then just not say anything the entire time. So it's my life, I guess. Having a good time.
Yeah. I feel more
Like you're
comfortable
saying,
in
I agree.
online classes, though. It's weird.
I like the online classes. Yeah, as long as there's no Zooms where I have to show my face. I don't like doing that.
I don't mind that,
And
actually.
That's been a blast for my one class so far.
I guess I don't mind showing my face in general, but my two of my online classes, they've been doing like small groups, which I get that that's what you would do in real life, and it would be fine in real life. But for some reason, as soon as it like you add the digital space to a small group and there's like just 4 people's webcams, that for some reason I'm just like my anxiety is just like cranked up to like 5 million. So it's like end it now.
Yeah, I
Leave.
probably have to do something like that for my advanced C++ final. Usually those are group projects. Otherwise, I mean, I prefer group projects because otherwise I can't rely on someone to do all the hard stuff.
I gotta do that every Monday morning.
Yeah.
Or a group project?
No,
Yeah,
like small
group
groups.
Oh.
I will have to do a group project for one of my classes, though, which will be interesting.
I don't usually mind group projects. I will always prefer to work by myself because I'm a little bit of a control freak.
Yeah,
And I know that about myself, so I can work around it.
exactly.
So, although I will say, okay, this is the kind of big stupid that happened. We have this like final coming up in it's like human development class. I think that's what it's called. And so she's like, okay, you're going to have to make a pamphlet of these readings that I'm going to give you. And here's your groups, but you don't have to work with your groups. You can work by yourself. I'm like, okay, epic. I'm just going to work by myself. And then I looked at the group and I was like, no, there's 4 people. And if I leave, then 3 people are going to have to do the work that 4 people would do. And I can't do that to 3 people. So I guess I just got to be in a group. And then she started a small group. So I didn't even get to do the chance. I didn't have the chance to like be like, I want to be by myself because she started like study groups in Zoom because you can just like start like a mini room with like the 3 other people in your group. So I couldn't just be like, hey guys, I'm going to be by myself and then just like sit there for 10 minutes. So yeah, I'm in this group. And then I tried to explain the rules to them like twice of what the pamphlet was, and they didn't get it. And okay, this is also my situation. Okay, listen, because that's 4 listens, I think. I don't know.
No, it's like 7 by now, I think.
Okay, epic. Keep it going. So that group, I think there's actually 4 other people in it, but there are 4 other girls, and I don't want to be that like toxic masculinity guy, which I know I'm not. I'm not that person at all, but I'm always worried that people are going to perceive me that way. So it's like, oh, well, if I explain it once, then it's like, okay, that's fine. That's just a guy trying to help out. If you like do it twice, it's like, okay, what's that guy thinking? If you do it a third
Mansplain
time,
this to
well,
me.
that's mansplaining. And I'm just like super nervous because I don't want to be associated with those people that are like toxic or whatever. And so like I explained it twice and I'm like, okay, that's the limit. And if they don't get it by now, we're just gonna have to
Figure it
roll
out.
with it. Still didn't get it. I'm like, why? Please. Okay, so let me explain the rules to you guys so I can explain how they messed it up.
Okay.
Mansplain it to me, please.
I'm gonna have to mansplain it to you. So they're like, she gave us like 20 like readings, and she was just like, each of the readings are like labeled, and they aren't like, none of them have like directly like impact each other. They're just kind of like mental and physical well-being, like hygiene, and like some other category. But the stuff in those subsections aren't like they don't have like that much to do with each other. I don't really have a good way to explain it. But, just each paper doesn't really have anything to do with each other, so it's really hard just to be like, okay, well, we're just going to take the entire category of these readings and turn it into a pamphlet. You kind of have to like mix it like all 3 categories. Is this making sense? I feel like it isn't. Is it?
Mansplain
Tell
to
me
me
now.
again.
Okay.
Yeah. Explain.
Okay, so we have to make a pamphlet based on these readings. And these readings, there's like 20 of them, but they're divvied up into like 3 different categories. And so, like the 3 different I should just look it up. Let me look up what the 3 categories are because I'm not going to remember because I did this on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I did it on Tuesday.
Tuesday.
I'm almost there. You gotta believe me.
Almost.
Do you believe me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Come on, Schwartz.
I think the Schwartz is with
It might be.
him.
God, I hope so.
I hope so too. Okay, handouts for use in creating your informational pamphlet. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the 3 categories are physical and motor development, eating and sleeping, and safety and injury. So like they don't directly have anything to do with each other. And then the ones in the categories don't even have that much to do with each other. So there's like one on rudimentary movement and then characteristics of young children and later childhood physical characteristics. So they're like kind of related, but you're supposed to like take some from one category and some from the other and like all 3 categories, mix them up together and make it like a general topic, umbrella topic that applies to all of the like different handouts that you're doing. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So I tried to explain that to them. It is kind of a complicated topic, project, and I don't know why she laid it out like this. So I tried to explain it to them twice, which I had to explain it to you guys twice. So it's probably
Just a little bit.
fine
You're
that
talking
they
to an
didn't
art
get it.
major. You need to go slow.
I
Yeah, you gotta
know
go a bit
I'm
slower next
I'm
time.
going fast. I'm flying off the seat of my pants, if you will. But yeah, so I tried to explain it to them twice, and they're like, okay, well, let's get together in a week. And by the time we get together next week, why don't we just read all of the readings in physical and motor development and take notes on it? It's like, guys, that's not what we have to do. We should probably be thinking of like, we should have looked at the readings and like get like a general topic. And then like we should have like read through them and then like get like some that would have applied to the topic that we were going to cover in our pamphlet. But no, we have to read all of the ones in physical and motor development. And then we're going to get together next Thursday. So I hope it isn't like, okay, and then next week we're going to read safety and injury. It's like, that's not going to, we have like 3 weeks to get this done. We better start working fast. So we'll see how that goes. Suffice it to say, I hate women.
Yep.
Whoa.
That's the moral of the story.
Glad we got that figured out.
That's called misdirection.
You do it every podcast.
I know. At what point do you think it's going to be like an issue?
I don't know. Well, you usually drop it after the hour mark, so it's like not like anybody hears it.
Okay.
So I think you're fine.
Disclaimer.
Unless you're gonna be
I
like a
don't hate
teacher
women.
and then like they like look at your YouTube channel because for some reason you told them you had a YouTube channel and then they somehow find one clip at a podcast like over an hour long.
Yeah.
And I think you're good.
I was a little bit worried about that because I think my Twitter has some damning stuff on it, but I don't go by.
You have more
my
things
name.
than Twitter that has stuff that is a little out of the ordinary, so.
I don't think I have anything that's like blatantly.
Well, none that like
offensive.
tracks to you, or yeah, I guess.
Let me see if there's anything.
I mean, we did make an Instagram foot account, but that's just more weird than it is anything else. So
I didn't track us today except for now.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Wait, did I? Okay.
Oh.
I finally got to thinking about how the world would be a much better place if people would put down their phones and start pranking each other in the hood again. That's just a funny tweet. That's
that's funny. That's not even offensive.
It'd somehow be found offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the ones that uh um the ones that I did in this series of the Ask Me Anythings.
Yeah,
Just like for some
those will get a
reason,
little bit rough. I don't know if you wanna.
I am a straight transvestite dominatrix. Ask me anything. I am a gay rabbi with left-leaning ideologies. Ask me anything.
Yeah.
If Ted Cruz would like to pay me to vote for him, I will. My name is Jeff Sessions, and I approve this message. Ask me anything. Anthony Weiner killed my dog. Ask me anything. That last one's just funny.
Yeah, we don't talk
It
about
was
Yahoo
topical in
Answers.
2018. Huh?
We don't talk about Yahoo Answers.
Oh yeah.
No, that was on Twitter.
Oh, that was on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yahoo Answers is something else. It's
Yeah.
even better.
I wish that everyone in the Saudi Arabia would say hello to me at the same time, so then my ears would explode and I wouldn't have to listen to another word out of Renner for Real's mouth. The end.
Okay, that's just good. I hate you, Jeremy Renner.
I love
It's
it.
just expressing yourself, you know?
Exactly.
You're just expressing yourself.
I don't think
Okay, yeah.
I don't think people usually go through everybody's socials, especially if they're under a different name and if you don't provide them to them.
Yeah, they get you when they look at your Facebook account literally under your
Yeah,
name.
well,
So
if people are idiots and they post on their main Facebook their crazy stuff, which they usually do, then that's when it becomes an issue. But
Yeah. I don't have anything that links to my name, I don't think. Unless
yeah,
you like
you don't even use your
Kevin
real name at
Bacon it.
all, so
Except for like the first like 8 episodes of the podcast for some reason.
that's
I don't know
true.
why I
I
did
forgot
that.
about that. We weren't as funny and quirky as we are now.
Not yet. MSNBC just got a whole lot of laughs from the studio audience when I introduced myself as that, so
That's true. That's true.
pretty good. I was surprised. I think when I cataloged all of them, for some reason, like I only repeated myself like once.
Huh.
That's pretty impressive.
That is
For
pretty
like
good.
60 intros?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
that's pretty good.
And I doubt I've called myself MSNBC, so I think we're good.
No, there's like a 0% chance that you've called yourself that, so
Good.
it's not even a name.
I know.
So
Got to get creative.
exactly. You're gonna run out of names pretty soon.
I won't. Do you know how many names there are?
Like 20.
So many. If there were 20, I would have already run out. Do you know what number of the podcast this is?
74.
74?
74. I'm
Oh
pretty
yeah,
sure.
because we hit 69.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we hit 69 a while ago.
Yeah.
We even had
Twice.
2 69 episodes, so
Yeah.
in
we
case
hit
you
it
forgot.
twice.
Yeah.
I would never forget. That is a very crucial fact. Oh yeah, this is 74, dude. How was the audio in last week's podcast? I forgot to ask you about that.
It was good.
Not as good as 72.
Podcast 72 is probably the best audio we've ever had.
Why was it different?
Because I was recording again, so my mic was going through my settings that I have for my voice meter, and you just got your new microphone, and that audio also gets filtered through my voice meter, so it sounds better.
So was it not better as good in 73?
I don't think so.
Oh. I don't know. I guess I don't have the best acoustics in here.
Exactly.
Yeah, I could. There's like, let's see.
This is still a lot better than like our first podcast though, because I've listened to a few of our old ones, and it's like our mics were really bad. Actually, it was like really bad.
Yeah, mine was like a 5-year-old blue snowball light.
And I think I was using a headset mic for like the first 2.
Yeah, I was so I have 2 roommates, and I don't live with one of them, but he shares a hallway with us. But my other roommate, he just got a blue snowball, and he's like, dude, I'm gonna be able to sing so many songs on it. It's like,
you can,
yeah.
but
Oh, I should point out that he's a like a choir education major.
Oh, okay.
So he
I
sings
wouldn't
all
take him as a choir education major, but that's kind of cool.
I don't think you've seen him or met him.
I've heard him.
No,
Or
I
is that
don't.
the different
No,
guy?
that's my other roommate.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
one I live with. Dude.
Yeah, come on, baby.
He's gonna be an actuary.
An actor? That's really cool.
No, actuary.
Actually,
know what
he's
that
gonna be
is?
an actor.
No. He's gonna work for an insurance company, and then if someone applies to get insurance, then he's gonna be like, let's do a
And use
background check and
facts
see
and
how
logic
likely
to
it is
own
that
you.
they're
Yeah.
He's gonna be a statistician.
Yeah.
But it's called actuary. Someone left a dog sticker on this computer. That's cute.
Heck yeah, dude.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
that's
I like
cute.
that. I hope nobody removes it for next week because this is the same room I was
you
in
just keep
last
using
week.
the same room.
It's the one that's at the top of the list.
Repetition. Oh, gotta keep it the same. It's practically yours.
It pretty much is. Although last week there was someone next door who I don't know if they were recording something, but they were a little bit noisy. I was hoping that it wouldn't show up in the recording, but I don't think
It didn't.
It did. Okay,
I
good.
didn't hear him.
Okay. I don't hear anything right now. I think we're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, the chance of like someone next door being noisy, I think I'll take that chance over my roommate 100% being noisy.
Yeah.
Feel?
Mm-hmm. I feel.
Because he's a loud Call of Duty / Madden gamer.
The best kind of gamer.
I'd say.
I couldn't think of a better gamer.
Yeah. Also, this is not an ad for Microsoft, but dang it, the Xbox Game Pass for only $1.
It's actually kind of lit.
WTF. And it's even better than the PlayStation Now or whatever because you can actually download games. I was playing Minecraft Dungeons earlier.
Oh.
It was pretty epic, actually. I don't know. I played one level and then I was like, I should probably get dinner before doing the podcast. So I left a little bit early to go get dinner.
Responsible adult.
Yeah. But I left too early. So like when I was done with dinner, it was 6:10 and I reserved the rooms for 7. So it's like, well, I can either go to my room and unpack my laptop, or it's a nice day outside and there's like chairs that the campus just kind of has about. I'll just sit outside under this nice oak tree. So that's what I did.
Very nice.
And I looked up if my peanuts could be fed to squirrels, and they for sure could not.
The more you know.
Yeah.
That's going to be the title of this episode.
Can you feed nuts?
Don't feed roasted nuts to squirrels.
Yeah.
Don't feed the squirrels.
It's our little PSA.
I looked it up and it's like you probably shouldn't be feeding peanuts to squirrels at all because they are they're super high in like vitamins, like too high for squirrels. They're like treats.
Go crazy.
So you like give one to a squirrel at most a day after they've already had healthy food, which I don't know what that is.
I don't know what a squirrel would eat normally. So
apparently they're omnivores, so I guess they eat bugs. I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh, you think they wouldn't have the teeth that eat bugs?
Yeah, I don't know. It was like squirrelfacts.com, so I don't know if that's I don't know if that's a reputable source.
I believe it.
I would think so.
Let me search squirrel diet. Let me see. Squirrels. Oh, livescience.com. Squirrels are omnivores, which means they like to eat plants and meat. Squirrels mainly eat fungi, seeds, nuts, and fruits, but they will also munch on eggs, small insects, caterpillars, small animals, and even young snakes.
Humans.
Squirrels are more deadly than I thought they were.
Yeah, I didn't know.
They do get pretty scary when they're like angry. So
yeah. I don't know. I was just walking around. I think it was like Sunday or something, and I noticed that there was a lot of squirrels on campus and a lot of like crows. And I was thinking, like, wouldn't it be epic to have like, you know how like some people like feed crows and then crows will like bring them back like small treasures or whatever that they find
Yeah.
around because they're like super smart.
Yeah.
Someone's a
Like,
wedding
that would be
ring.
so dope. Yeah, I did see that one too. Uh,
Oh wait, that was actually.
yeah, that was a thing. I think someone in New York, he had like a murder of crows and he had them um like under his like quote unquote command where he was just like, I will feed you, but only if you give me treasures. And it's like anything shiny that the crows saw while they were flying, they'd like swoop down and grab it. And it's like one of them, I think, did steal a wedding ring that like some lady took off to like eat, and the crow just like swooped down and caught it and took it back to this guy.
Yep.
I don't know what like beyond that what happened. I just know that I don't know.
Nice.
Some guy was just like, I'll get all the shiny things in New York City.
It's
Pretty
a
sure
smart
that takes,
plan.
like months
It
of
is.
feeding the birds, though.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't know how you would even find yourself in that position.
I
It's
don't
like
know.
you feed one crow and then just like I have an entire
And then the
group of
crow
20 crows.
the crow tells its friends and then show up.
Yeah, you know how like crows will all sit on like electric wires or
Yeah.
stuff?
Just
Yeah,
like
that's
that.
what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're talking about the guy who feeds you in exchange for shiny objects.
Yeah. It's called the murder of crows, but crows are like very genuine birds, you know.
Oh yeah, they're the realest.
Yeah, they're the realest birds.
They'll murder you, all right.
They're
probably
epic.
the smartest. Huh?
They look so
You were
epic.
They do look epic. They also make my favorite Call of Duty games.
That's true. But that's Raven.
No.
But same thing.
Is there a difference? I thought they were just like different names for the
I
same
think
thing.
there is a difference.
Raven
Is
sounds
there?
so
There might
cool.
be.
I feel like ravens are bigger.
Maybe
You might be
it's-
right. I
One
don't
of
know.
them's bigger than the other. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
So I don't know if I've ever
Raven.
seen a raven in person, but I've seen crows.
Okay, let me look up the difference.
I've seen a crow like pecking at my window once. That was funny, but other than that,
Oh, did you give him something to eat?
no, he was going for my lizard, but he can't get.
Oh,
Couldn't get through the
yeah.
window.
I guess.
Oh,
Maybe if you give him the
So,
lizard,
yeah.
he'll bring you back a
Okay.
shiny object. So
I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be a real good for 2 days for him, probably.
yeah.
hmm. Wow. So ravens are the size of hawks, while
Oh,
crows are seen
I've
in
never
larger
seen-
groups.
Yeah, I have not seen a raven then. 'cause
I would like
ravens
to see a
are,
raven. They're
big.
probably pretty epic.
I don't know where they are, if they are even
Northeast United States.
northeast.
Could they all live
I don't
over
know. I
there?
just randomly guessed that.
It just says found across the northern hemisphere.
Oh, Northeast
know what that
Hemisphere.
means. Yeah, they are going to be there.
Yeah.
They're found in northern China and Siberia.
Yep.
That's it.
The natural habitats.
Where ravens live.
Where raven live?
Raven.
Raven
Western
software.
and northern North America, so like Canada and Oregon and stuff over there.
Heck yeah.
So not
Nice.
northeast, but northwest.
Close.
Do
One of those
ravens live in
directions.
Florida?
I don't think
No.
so.
That would be kind of weird. Just like alligators walking around and then ravens in the sky.
That would be like the worst place to live.
Yeah.
Plus it's Florida.
Australia
I mean,
would
it's
be
already like
nice.
the worst place to live, but if you add that on top of it,
Yeah. Man, imagine living in Florida.
I can't even imagine
You're
that.
not like. Imagine living in Florida if you're not above the age of like 70. Or
That's
just
true.
going there for like vacation houses.
Or rich enough to get in a neighborhood that isn't gonna like drown in a swamp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't see how you can live there.
I mean, I visit there a lot, but I could never live there.
I used to go there to my grandma and grandpa. They had like a vacation house thing, I went there like 3 years in a row and never went there again like 8 years ago. And they had like kind of a river behind the house, and very rarely like an actual like it's crocodile, right? Or is it alligator?
I think gators are in Florida.
Gator.
Yeah, yeah.
I
But
think
yeah,
crocodiles
there's
are in
like
Africa.
big gators of like they'd like walk onto like your backyard.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
they
Like,
do
you
that
can't
all the
do
time in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
You're just like, hello there.
It's just random.
During the mating season, they go like they'll like walk into like gas stations if they have like automatic doors. They'll just like walk in. I don't know what you do. Like what?
Yeah, I
What do
don't
you
know
do
what
if you're
you would do
working
in
at a
that
gas station
situation.
and a gator walks in?
I don't. You'd have to have like a pump shotgun.
Well, it's
just
Florida,
have
so I'm
guns
sure everybody has a
next to it.
12 gauge behind the counter, but
That's true.
Maybe.
And I don't know. I don't know if I could do that.
yeah, because like up here, we only have to worry about deer and stuff coming in like doors. And they're
Yeah.
deer and they get scared of everything, so they just leave.
Right.
But
Or
like something that can
tragedy.
actually cause me physical harm and will defend itself, it's like I don't know what to do in that situation.
Like what if just like a bear walked in a door?
Yeah, it's like what do you do?
What do you do?
I mean, like,
You put your arms up and go rawr.
well, I feel like you'd want to like chill and be fine, and then like he wouldn't do anything. But he's also in an environment that he probably is not comfortable in already.
Why, he's just
So it's like, what do you do?
I don't know.
But I guess that's the plot of the Open Series franchise, so or open season. That's what it is.
Open season. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I don't know. I never thought about that before. I'd always heard of like, like gators will like swim in people's like pools.
Yeah, it's like how do you get it out?
I don't know.
You
All
don't.
animal control.
You could, or you just.
Or call the
wait,
I think
police
you
and
would
they'll
just have
shoot it.
to. You just have to wait it out.
Pretty much.
I don't think it would stay there forever.
Like
Probably.
a professional alligator wrestler to like get out of your pool.
Yeah, the gator whisperer.
That would be so scary.
Probably have to live in Florida and then it'd probably be normal. But like,
Yeah.
to us Northerners, it's like probably the worst thing we could imagine.
Oh, we get our deer running across the road here and there. We're not
Yeah,
used to
you just get your car blown
alligator
up by a
terror.
deer that just randomly runs across the road.
That's
Yeah.
like how most dangerous it gets here.
Yeah. I don't know.
Or that Iowans that are the most dangerous thing.
Yeah, we don't have to deal with like very much wildlife
Yeah,
stuff.
you just gotta deal with massive windstorms.
Besides like raccoons,
Raccoon.
maybe.
I have not seen a single wild raccoon in my life.
You haven't? There's a
I
lot.
don't think I have either.
Really? I've never
Yeah.
seen. I mean, they
You know-
usually come out at night, right? And I'm never even looking outside at night.
That's true. But you know the elementary school that's near you? And how there's like
Yeah.
a street that curves around there? I've seen raccoons climb out of the sewer grates. They live in like the sewer right by the elementary school. It's that was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen is I was going on that curve and I saw like a raccoon like drag a body into the sewer, like not a human body, but like I couldn't tell if it was like a possum or another raccoon, but it like dragged it into the sewer. Well, I don't know what's going on in there, but I'm just not gonna investigate it.
I
That
guess
is-
raccoons
Seems pretty cool.
probably omnivore.
They're just doing a ritual in there.
Yeah. It's animal stuff, you wouldn't get it.
Raccoons are more advanced than
Yeah.
we give them credit for.
They just eat trash.
It's brain food.
I think they just
Yeah,
eat
that's
trash, but that's what they want us to think, so that we don't investigate them.
Guys.
Sorry.
In reality, they use it to build their homes. Pretty advanced. I've seen it myself.
Come to the Boy Time channel for the latest animal conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Guys, did you hear that? I was about to make a birds aren't real joke, but that's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Heck, thinking that the
Well,
deep state and QAnon exists. We're talking about raccoons building secret societies.
Society.
That's all I'm saying. Honestly, I can't explain why they did that. I don't know what they were doing.
No, animals are
Sorry.
interesting.
I mean, if it was a small animal, probably food.
Are raccoons omnivores?
Probably, I don't know.
If they eat trash, I'm sure they are.
They'd be fierce enough to be omnivores. I'm pretty sure they eat bugs. Pretty much everything that size eats bugs. Even my dog, he tries to eat bugs, but he can't hop more than like an inch above the ground, so he can't ever get them.
Yeah.
It's funny. There's like a bug around him. He's just like doing little hops.
Oh, dude, they eat rabbits.
Oh,
Oh, there you go.
Okay,
Maybe
so it might have been something like that
I
then.
told you those things are fierce.
just drug a
They can
dead
eat what they
rabbit into the
want.
sewers they can eat.
Yeah.
Heck yeah,
Those things
dude.
are like descendants of badgers. So
Heck
you don't want to
yeah.
mess with a badger.
That's true. Badgers are scary.
It's much like the 2008 meme, the honey badger, don't mess around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember what the honey badger
I
meme was.
I
so
don't
it's true.
remember. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, that's something that I'm like running into the Chris Chan documentary because it's like I
Like
know
old
who
memes.
he is. He's like, all this stuff happened like 10 years ago.
Feels
It's like I'm
it's 50
13
years
parts
ago.
in.
Yeah.
Okay, I should probably fill people in on what this documentary is because I brought it up like twice now.
Yeah.
This documentary, it's probably the most in-depth Chris Chan documentary I've ever seen. It's called The Comprehensive History of Chris Chan. So obviously. But each part is 40 minutes. And I think he's on like the 47th part.
That's a lot.
So it's a lot of content. Not too much though, because apparently I'm too far in it now.
To stop.
Because
Yeah.
I started it 2 days ago and I'm on the 13th part already.
And if you have nothing to do, it's like, why not?
Wait, XL2. What is that?
Tua? XL2?
He's doing 42. Okay. He's
what-
doing Roman numerals.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah,
But-
that's what-
Intellectual.
He's a big brain.
Yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, like I'm 13 parts in and it's 2010. It's like, man, this stuff is so old. But I guess that's life.
Yep.
It is like
And when Chris Chan was like I don't know, like jerking off on camera, I was like 8.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That's just weird to me to think about.
yeah. Hey,
While I
hey,
was in
Like people were
3rd
being
grade,
weird on the internet before we were being weird on the internet.
I know. Also, people were
Weird.
being mean on the internet before we were being
Oh,
mean.
for sure.
yeah.
As long as there's been internet, there's been people who like to bully an autistic person.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I mean, give anonymity to anybody, and here you
That's
go.
That's why you gotta use their real name as usernames from now on.
Yeah. But I don't want that.
I don't want it, but it would probably be for the better.
It would definitely be for the better.
But I wouldn't like it.
Yeah. Where's the fun in that, you know?
No fun.
No fun. CSGO would be completely boring if we couldn't see people's funny names.
Hi, my name is Roger Stone.
Roger Stone.
We found him.
Or like when we
And
played
only-
CSGO, everybody was Donald Trump.
Oh yeah, that was funny.
Because everybody thought that was funny. Even though there was like 500 of them.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Speaking of names, that actually reminded me of something I could use as a topic. Ain't that crazy? But
I
have
don't
I
believe
told? So this is a bit more of gear news because that's like literally all the news I forget nowadays. And so have I? I don't think I told you guys about this, but about Facebook and like they released like a security video of their new like you know what Facebook Horizons is?
No.
Basically they're having like their own kind of like hangout game, like oh come meet new people, play these epic mini games with other friends, and apparently, according to like the beta testers of it, they've been saying it's pretty good, but we'll see when it releases in apparently like 2 weeks or something. And so they released like a security video of like describing like how they're gonna be like keeping you safe. And like we're talking about this stuff like, oh, use your real name, you won't be toxic. Well, they're pretty much gonna be. I think they were doing something like that. And well, that's actually something small, but I'm gonna talk about the big thing. But basically, you'll never know when a Facebook mod is watching you if you're reported, because they can hop in as invisible mods and just watch you when you're talking if you're reported.
Facebook does that all the time.
While that won't just like get you like they obviously won't ban you for no reason, but like just the sense of like you're just talking to people and someone's like, "Oh, this guy's being a mean guy. I'm gonna report him," and like you don't know if like there's a mod just like right behind you, just watching you in game, just every move you're doing for like 3-4 minutes.
Yeah, that's weird.
And they're also recording,
like that.
Constantly recording audio, like
for
like
sure,
4 or
it's
5
Facebook.
minute period.
Facebook is
Yeah.
communist China, pretty
Like,
much.
I mean,
Yeah.
they have a decent reason for doing it, because like they're doing as in when you hit report a player, it'll send that to a mod, so instantly listen to it, and then they'll see if they need to like hop in. But yeah, still they're like constantly recording your voice.
Yeah, that's pretty rough.
Yeah, it's interesting, but apparently the game itself has been fairly well rated among the beta tester community. So
Okay, well,
we'll have to see.
They only rated it good because there was an invisible mod behind them with a gun pointed at their head.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's good stuff.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Not the spying on you, but the
Yeah,
regular
but it's
funny
Facebook.
joke.
Yeah.
Oh, I think both are pretty good.
I don't get like that like company thing where it's like the government's always watching, man. But like Facebook, it's like they just do that all the time.
That is true.
Because like the day I signed up for a Facebook account for my school class, I got like 3 spam emails and they've never used my correct name before, and they had my correct name every single time.
Yep.
And it's like, all right, well, thank you Facebook for selling my data. Except I have like 0 data on my Facebook.
There's a reason that he testified in front of Congress.
Exactly.
Yeah, nothing changed, but there was a reason that he was there.
Yeah, definitely there was a reason.
Honestly, I think something could have happened if the senators knew what.
Yeah, everybody was completely clueless.
Can you like pictures on Facebook?
Because you know how our government works. People can be 90 years old and be in Congress for 50 years, and it's fine.
Yeah.
So nobody knew what a Facebook was.
No.
Or how it functioned.
Like, I don't get, like, you're like a representative of the country, and like on your like schedule, it's like, okay, you're going to be talking to like the ambassador to China. And it's like, okay, I'm going to go in like completely blind, and I'm not going to know anything about like what it's about and like what the context is of anything that we're talking about. I'm just going to go in completely blind. Like, is that the attitude that you want?
What they did with Mark Zuckerberg.
I know, that's what I'm saying. It's like, why is this person in office?
Because they're old and they're white and they're rich.
You know what, Paul? That's a good point.
That's pretty much
been
that through all Republic history. You need the experience, you need the wealth, and yeah, you know the
American history, baby.
All I'm saying is what's happening in Belarus, not so bad.
Yeah.
Pretty sure Russia's about to head in there though, so.
Yeah, I did see that.
Pretty sure it's pretty bad. They're also still having internet issues, so that's also not very fun.
COVID's gonna be over and we're gonna get a vaccine, and then we're gonna get plunged into like a multi-nation like Cold War Part 2.
Have you guys heard of that? What the Chinese ambassador did to the like he sent a letter to like a Czech mayor?
No.
Or something like that. Or no, like Okay, so basically, a Chinese ambassador, someone like there's some guy from the Czech Republic who went to Taiwan, just like meeting and stuff, and the Chinese guy was like, "This is against the two China policy. You can't do that." And
Oh yeah.
then, so the mayor of I don't know what city it is, but I'm pretty sure I think it
Czech
might be the
City.
capital of Czech Republic.
Czech City.
Okay.
And so he sent the Chinese ambassador a letter saying, well, it was basically like, who the heck do you think you're talking about? And basically, that was just like the whole letter. And then at the end, he said something on the lines of, with pretending regards, and then put his name or something like that. It was like a sick burn. And the Czech Republic doing more than the U.S.
That's because the U.S. makes so much money from China.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't.
And then Germany defended them. So
Wait, Germany defended China or the Czech
the
Republic?
Czech Republic.
Yeah, that would be kind of out of
Oh.
pocket for Germany to
Now
defend
saying
China
you
there.
cannot treat
Yeah, I know.
Europe like this. Germany or Merkel actually said you cannot treat Europe like this. Not a Czech guy. So heck yeah, European unity.
That's good.
It sucks that we lost the
be-
American and European unity, but
Yeah.
We don't
But,
need
you know-
NATO or anything like that.
Well, aren't we still friends with Britain? Because like their guy is pretty much our guy.
Oh, I
Yeah,
think he's
I
another like
suppose.
Trump simp.
Yeah. So
Like
like we still got
Brazil.
Britain.
we got
Give
Britain.
it Trump
Like, do I
like,
care about
like
Britain?
China.
No. I'd rather have like other nations, but
I think Britain's pretty reliable though. I don't think they're gonna like if for like allies that we would need
yeah,
in like a potential Cold War,
Yeah.
World War III or whatever.
Pretty
Britain's
close
not a bad
with
one to
Britain.
have.
that's true. That's true.
We're pretty close boys with the Britain, and they could easily get like Canada, maybe India on our side. Obviously, Australia, they don't really have much else they can say, but
Oh,
like
Yeah,
if you get Britain, like you have the whole like old Commonwealth. Like they're all pretty close. They even have like a treaty that they all are in. It's
How
like
many-
the Treaty of the Commonwealth or something, where like all of the past Commonwealth like help each other out.
Yeah, they still have like indirect control of some of the islands in the Caribbean and stuff.
Oh
so
yeah.
yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
much
They're
every past colonizer does.
not a bad ally to have. Canada's not a bad ally to have, even though I don't think Justin Trudeau likes us all that much.
no, I don't think
Not
so.
very much, no.
I don't
Although
think
Canada doesn't
convenience.
do war.
I don't think Canada or Mexico like us.
I don't blame them,
I don't either.
but yeah, no. Yeah, I don't know. It'll be weird though if there is like a World War III, which I'm not hoping for. I need to like state that like a lot, because I think like if there was like
These are just
World
things
War
that could
III,
happen.
most likely it's going to
Yeah.
happen probably at some point, because that's
I
just what
mean,
humans do. Because it's like, well, we have bombs, and I can't just not use them. I can't not.
I
kill
can't
people.
solve conflict.
I
it's
can't
also
solve.
just human nature. We've literally warred for thousands of years. It's basically as much human nature as sympathy is at this point.
Yeah, we'll see.
I
I
spend
think
more money on the
there's hope.
military than I do on my own citizens.
Yeah, I think that there's hope that we can not kill each other, because Europe, they warred each other for like thousands of years, and for the past
Europe
70
seems
they've
pretty
been
chill
good
right
friends.
now.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna
After
like
one
take
of the
each other's
biggest wars,
country.
yeah, they're pretty good friends now.
I mean, Serbia and Bosnia did have a little spit like 20
Actually,
years
all
ago.
of post Yugoslavia.
Yeah, but
That just happens when you break a country up.
not like the major powers,
Yeah.
though. Like you would see,
Not like the powerhouses.
I'm Napoleon. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're not gonna see that really now.
Yeah, Putin.
Yeah.
He'd love to be a Napoleon.
You got
I
Putin,
think
you
he
got China,
would.
and you got us.
Yeah, I
All are
don't
very
know.
scary.
I don't know if like I don't see Putin. He would probably like do like a sneaky war, like he
That's
does
what I
with
was
like
thinking. Like
Ukraine,
Putin would
where
be
he's like,
very
I'm gonna
sneaky.
go in sneaky and do this.
Been doing
Yeah.
But
that since he got in office.
I don't think you would like go in like balls to the wall and be
No.
like, yo, France, frick you, I'm gonna take Paris. Just
Yeah.
like out of
He's not a
nowhere.
Chad. He's a sneaky.
Russia is like they could probably they'd get in like a stalemate with Europe, but like with the US's help, even just a little bit, like Russia, like they'd eventually lose, and
Yeah, that,
like they could easily just steamroll like the Baltics, like they'd be gone in like 2 days. Poland maybe like a week or so, but then eventually like actual like reinforcements to get there, they'd start getting pushed back.
yeah. I don't know. I think one of the like things that I think is like one of the most telling things in history is that like the fact that we have so many countries. And do you know how many people have tried to like rule the entire world and none of them have succeeded? So I mean, like maybe Alexander the Great was like
I mean,
kind of
That
during
doesn't
his
close,
count.
time,
So.
technically it was the whole world because they
kind of
didn't know
the
about
whole world.
China or anything, but
Yeah, but
it
that doesn't
was
count because nobody was
But
civilized. So.
it was
yeah,
all of the Middle East world. Like,
yeah,
yeah.
but
Well,
you
I
know,
guess he wasn't able to finish off India, so yeah.
Exactly.
we all tried to kill each other twice, and both times not everybody died.
Yeah,
Just
I
the
guess
quote
that's true.
unquote bad guys. Which, we can go on about that, whether or not, the bad guys are the bad guys. I'm sure some art student has already nailed that
Yeah,
one.
pretty
Uh
true.
but yeah, it was funny. In my humanities class today, we were talking about Marxism. And
Oh
he
yeah.
was kind of like going over like nationalism. So he's like, who here thinks that America is a good nation? And probably like from my view, like 4 people raised their hand. And he was like, it was a trick question. America's not a nation. Like he just completely like glossed over the fact that like nobody raised their hand,
Nice.
which I feel like he would be the guy to be like, okay, not a lot of patriots in here. Yeah, but it was
And that's
pretty
where you
silly.
start saying patriotism and nationalism are not the same thing. And then he gets mad at you and go,
But they just get really
he
close and kind of get
capitalized.
scary.
Yeah, he I
Nationalism
don't
is
know.
the step too far of patriotism,
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
which is basically a Trump supporter now.
Yeah, it pretty
Yeah.
much is. That was something he talked about. He was like, we're seeing nationalism right now in the form of white nationalism and black nationalism. You're seeing both of them kind of fight right now. It's
One
like,
a
yeah,
lot
you are.
more than the other, but yeah,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
The other one maybe you'd see in Africa a bit, but
Which okay, I didn't know this, but did you know that like Africans and Black Americans like really hate each other?
oh yeah. Liberia. Okay, so Liberia, the slaves from America. Is
Mhm.
it Ghana? Is slaves from that were sent over from the UK?
I have
Both
no
of them
idea.
enslaved native Africans. Like it
Oh,
was as racist as whites were towards African Americans. Like they, like especially Ghana. Like they past 50 years, like they've gotten a lot more friendlier. But like at first, like it was they basically did slavery,
yeah.
like America did. Like yeah,
Yeah, I knew that, but like people were like tweeting about it. I don't remember what the context
I'm pretty
was.
sure it was Ghana because I don't want to.
Okay, I look it up.
It was
But
not
what
Ghana.
okay.
Unfortunately.
The tweet was like something like Black Twitter being like, um man, like Africans and Black Americans really need to like put aside their beef because it like to the white man it looks like we're a bunch of savages out here. It's like I mean I didn't think that, but
It
I
was
don't know.
Sierra
I never
Leone.
known
That's
about
what
that.
it was. Sierra Leone, which is just above Liberia.
that's well, there we go. Mystery
Yeah.
salt. But in my experience, like African people are like the nicest people ever.
Oh
I
yeah.
I've like my mom used to work with refugees from the Congo when all that was going on in like the 2000s. So like
Yikes.
I grew up around a lot of what is it? It's Congolese, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Congolians.
Congolese.
No,
It's like
it's
Congolese.
Congolese. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
say people from Congo.
Yeah. Well,
Uh,
there's two Congos.
it
No,
was
just
the Democratic Republic of the Congo, because that was the one where they were
yeah.
like
Yeah.
right when that was happening.
Yeah.
It was that, and then there were some Tanzanians. I think that's
Tanzania.
Tanzanians. That's probably
Yeah.
it. That sounds better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I grew up around like a lot of African people, and they were the sweetest people ever. They
Oh
were very nice, very nice. So that's why I was very surprised when I saw like tweets of like African people like kind of railing on like Black Americans. I'm like, why are you guys fighting? I don't get it. You guys are nice.
Human
Except
nature.
for
I
South
mean,
Sudanese. I'm sorry if you're from South Sudan, but that is a scary place right now.
oh yeah. They're having like all
I'm sure
four
they would
horsemen
agree.
of the apocalypse
I'm
right now.
sorry. I don't know if that's racist, but I I don't
Not
think
racist.
that's racist. That's just like it's a
It's
bad
just that.
place.
Yeah,
It's a
Yeah, it's
bad
it's
just
true.
like,
It's you don't want to go there.
It's also the world's newest country. Welcome, South Sudan.
For
welcome,
better or
South
worse.
Sudan. You're having a great time, I think.
I watched a video on how it came to be, but wasn't it just like a military coup that
Oh
like
yeah,
took
it
over
was like
Sudan? Okay.
it was. I'm pretty sure it's still ruled by the military.
It is. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why it's not going so well. But
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Well, that's
And I'm
usually
pretty
what
I'm
happens.
pretty sure they're also trying. I think the whole reason why it's so going so terrible is okay. Actually, I know exactly why. So basically, there's like obviously there's like hundreds of like cultures there, but there's like a couple main ones. One is like the one that did the military coup, and there's another that is like lives in an area with like all the resources. The other culture is like having a famine, drought. They're the ones like doing the war or something like that, and so they're basically trying to like genocide the other culture, for better or
Oh,
worse, because they're taking all the cattle, they're taking all the stuff. Yeah.
okay.
That's like one of the big reasons it's not going very well there.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna say Africans are nice except for that group in South Sudan. And whatever group like wherever Coney is, he's not a very good guy.
And also
And
anyone in Mali where the slave trade is legal.
right, yeah, right there is not a good place
Honestly, there's a
either.
lot of places.
Somali pirates from the Captain Phillips movie, they weren't very
I am
nice.
the captain now.
Um, but other than that,
Fun pirates.
the Wakaliwood guys are nice.
Oh yeah, for sure. Even I think Uganda's pretty chill. Like I know they have some issues.
Now.
African
Yeah.
culture is so
Yeah,
cool besides all the warlords and fighting.
Oh yeah, like
well, it's not really their fault though.
No, it's not.
I
It's
mean, all of
European
history
fault.
it's pretty much been warlord fighting warlord. Like Europeans just gave
Yeah,
them guns.
they gave them guns and then they like raped
Like,
them.
here you go to war with with yourselves.
Okay, bye now.
Bye.
We decided after World War
See you
One that
later.
colonies are bad. Bye bye.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
like, everybody kill everybody now because we all live in the same country, but we're all different cultures.
But we don't
and
want to live
groups.
in the same country.
There, it'd be literally impossible to have like like cultures that like each other in the same countries and those don't not because you'd have like 500 to 600 countries in Africa.
I mean, they
So
could do that.
it'd be a nightmare. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if
Countries and geography.
I don't know if like the Western structure of government, like what the Europeans tried to implement in African countries works in Africa. And this is from someone who has no idea how like would it be better if it was just a bunch of like tribes and stuff like how it was before?
They kill each other as much, but if they're like real, like
It wouldn't be as organized, I don't know. I don't think.
I mean,
because like it's a completely different culture than what like the Europeans have. So like trying to like institute a president, like I don't
Yeah.
know, like it
Oh, yeah.
it's just completely different than what they're
I
used
mean,
to. I don't know. I'm not smart enough to be like making these claims as to be like we should strip away the government, anarchy, and whatever. But
Eek.
yeah, no,
I don't know.
anarchy
I'm
was
just thinking
just
out loud. We're just bullying here.
I
It's the
And
mean,
boy.
cheering.
Like Africa would be impossible to have like as stable today as Europe is. Like it's just not possible.
It just might
It's
take some
too
time.
diverse.
It might
Like
take a lot of time.
like Europe technically had like over like 2,500 years that kind of like merge cultures like for better or worse ways. Africa, like it never really consolidated other than the north. Like it was pretty much always tribal. You had like Kingdom of Mali, Ghana, you had Congo kind of came up, but that was like within the past like 1,500 years. So like they just haven't had enough time, and then they were given guns, so they don't really need that time.
They just kill everybody else that isn't
Pretty
them.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bad situation over there. But I guess the root of the story is African people for the most part are very sweet.
Oh yeah, they're nice, yeah.
They're nice people. I've never met more like
Nice are
genuine
usually
people.
those, like,
Bro, you're
you
over
know,
your time for your study room. You're gonna get kicked out.
oh,
Oh,
that's a
dude,
good
I
point.
am
How
out of
much
time.
time do you have?
It ended at 9, and I'm 1 minute over.
Bro.
You
I
better
guess
get
we
out
should
there and
probably
get
end the podcast,
Yeah, I didn't think we were gonna go for an hour and 51 minutes and 5 seconds,
but we did it.
we did
It's
it.
not a new record. I'm pretty sure it's like 2.5 hours, but
Yeah.
yeah,
One
one
of
thing
these days, we'll have a 3-hour